Hey guys, and welcome back to Air. So, let's just jump right back in. Even I did not know. But that's a good idea. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it in the next stream. She laughed, but then she stopped again. Yukito-san, can I ask you something? Yeah, what is it? I still want to go to the beach. I looked out the window. The crimson sky peeked in from the treetops. Now? Yep. We might not be able to reach there by sunset. Even if we got there, it might have become too dark to see anything. Even so, I answered, "All right, let's go." Then I'll go change. She tried to get off the bed. Huh? Misuzu fell flat on her face on the tatami mat. She looked like a puppet being hurled onto the floor. I hit my nose. She tried to stand up. Huh? What happened? I can't move my legs. Misuzu. But they'll get better. She massaged her legs. Even that action looked frail in itself. It's not getting better. She massaged her legs desperately. I ran over to Misuzu and held her shoulders. You can go to the beach anytime. Just rest for today. Okay? No way! I've decided to play today. Misuzu was more stubborn than usual. Let's play cards. I want to play with you. She reached out for the pack of cards placed on the table. I can't reach. I lifted Misuzu's body. What? She felt as light as a bird. I placed her back on the bed. I beg you, don't strain yourself. But I'm not. She tried to get off the bed again. I haven't touched my homework yet. Math, English. You won't recover if you keep doing these things. Yukito-san, you're being mean. That's right. I need to write my picture diary. Can't you do it tomorrow? I can't delay doing the picture diary. Otherwise I'll forget about the weather and stuff like that. And I haven't written my diary for yesterday, too. She looked at me with pleading eyes. I had no choice but to nod. All right. Where's your diary? I'll get it for you. In the drawer of the desk. I opened the drawer and took out the notebook. Then I flipped to a random page. On the plain pages were drawings made by colored pencils, much like a kid's homework. You shouldn't look at other people's diaries. I see that you've actually been recording your days. Why are you looking so surprised? I ignored her and flipped the page. I searched for a puppet with Yukito-san. I watched TV with Yukito-san. I drank juice with Yukito-san. I did homework with Yukito-san. I caught a stag beetle with Yukito-san. With Yukito-san. These days, which only meant something to Misuzu, my name would definitely be written there. She would always conclude each day with the sentence, I really had fun. I turned to the last written page. June 27th. Below the date, there was only one line. Today, Yukito-san. The scrawly handwriting abruptly ended there. Most likely, Misuzu tried to write her diary, but she had to give up. Perhaps she had a fit late in the night. You said you'd only read a little bit. I closed the notebook and handed it to Misuzu. It's boring to read. Really? I thought I did pretty well. I enjoyed doing the open-ended assignment the most. You can't show the teacher this when you wrote so many Yukito-sans, can you? Here. She opened the diary and pointed. Misuzu and Yukito-san. She smiled proudly. Listen, honestly speaking, you're really bad at writing diaries. From now on, don't write about the things you've done. Write about the things you want to do. But then that's not a diary. No, it's a diary. I'll help you do everything that you want to do. For a long while, Misuzu looked at me. Oh gosh, I'm crying. And then she nodded. I want my colored pencils. I took the pencil stand from the desk. From among the colorful pencils, I selected one with a bright color. Okay then, I'm going to start writing. Firstly, I want to go to the beach. I want to play in the water all day and go home exhausted. Next, I want to touch a crow. I want to drink more strange juice. I want to go to the festival too. And... There was the scratching sound of pencil moving over paper. MISUZU'S dreams formed on the white pages. July 29th. It was morning. I woke up when I was turning in my sleep. Pain still lingered on my back. Blinding light shone in from the screen door. Today looked like another hot day. I stood up and headed for MISUZU'S room. Softly I opened the sliding door. MISUZU was still sleeping. Her chest rose and fell together with her breathing. She must be having a dream again. I quietly closed the door and went towards the porch. Our daily lives had changed drastically. We had stopped going to school in the morning. The lively drinking party every night had ceased. Even if I stood outside like this, MISUZU wouldn't run to me. She could only lie in bed now. I thought about MISUZU'S diary. It was filled with her plans for the summer. There were many things that she wanted to do. She should have done everything that she could imagine, but she couldn't even finish one. Time to go somewhere else. I started walking. Shopping district. I took up position at my usual spot and placed my puppet on the ground. Several kids walked past on the opposite side of the street, quite possibly on their way to the pool. I could hear their lively laughter. Summer belonged to them. I glanced about. My eyes found the Kirishima Clinic's signboard. That doctor would have listened to me. I should have talked to her, but I knew already. MISUZU'S condition had exceeded the realm of common sense. She was being trapped by something that shouldn't have existed. In that case, I was the only one who could save her. When I came back to my senses, the kids had already disappeared. I infused my will into the puppet. The puppet walked along the deserted road. The surroundings became darker all of a sudden. I looked up and saw a huge, Columbius, I don't know, cloud. I have no idea. You guys know what kind of cloud that is. Covering the sky. There was a place not visible from here. Right now, MISUZU was there alone. From the perspective of the ground, everything up there was just a pipe dream. All truths were hidden inside a black box. The endless sky existed only inside MISUZU. She was lost above the clouds by herself. I can't reach that place. I pulled my eyes away and saw my puppet laying on the ground a distance away. Welcome back! It was the room I had grown accustomed to. MISUZU was on the bed lying out the cards. Wow, you're drenched in sweat! Today's hot. Nobody should be going outside in this weather. You're right! She laughed softly, but she sounded like she was still in pain. You still can't walk? I can still walk if I try, but I won't be able to go far outside. So the beach will have to wait. She stopped laying out the cards. Let's begin. What? MISUZU-chan's Dream Corner. This morning I had a dream in which I was traveling. She turned to face me. I was on a journey. I was looking for something. I walked for many days in the forest. It was tough, but I kept going, because the people I loved were with me. I recalled the words I heard in my dream. The girl will have dreams. In the beginning, she will dream of the sky. The dreams will start going back to the past. Those dreams will eat away at the girl. When MISUZU was talking about her dreams, she sounded so innocent. She didn't seem to have considered that they would cause harm to her. Hey, MISUZU? Yeah? Where were you in the dream? Who were those people you loved? I don't really know. My mind becomes clouded over when I try to think about that. But I remember. She sounded certain of herself. The dream had remained in MISUZU's mind as images. If they took on a more distinct form, perhaps I might be able to learn something. Meanwhile, I was also sure of one thing. I couldn't let MISUZU continue to have more dreams. That's the end of my dream today. She sighed tiredly. Her cheeks looked a bit sunken. She hadn't eaten anything today. I'll go make something for you. Okay, I'm feeling a bit hungry. But we don't have any food left. There's still some ramen. You mustn't keep having instant food. You won't have enough energy to work. Today we'll get something delivered. Two ramen and rice set. You can change your rice to fried rice. How about you? Okay, change mine to fried rice too. The same as yours. She laughed. The address book is in the drawer under the telephone. I got it. Oh gosh, my eye is starting to sting from tears not falling. I was just about to leave the room. Yukito-san? She called me back. Her expression said that she had made up her mind on something. Yukito-san, you know, don't you? My dreams are the cause of my condition. Every time I have a dream, I become weaker. In the end, I'll definitely suffer the same fate as the girl in the sky. Stop imagining things. You got mad at me. But I can't stop having dreams. I have to recall the memories for that girl's sake. That's why I'm going to keep going. I want you to support me. MISUZU gazed questioningly at me. Stop worrying about your other self. You belong here. So you should get better first. I'm MISUZU-chin. That's right, you're MISUZU-chin. Yep, MISUZU-chin is strong. She smiled. I left MISUZU's room and walked along the corridor. I suddenly felt like screaming, "Where the hell am I?" It was like a long summer dream belonging to someone else. A hopeless wish was wandering back and forth inside a maze. I already knew. Something within me couldn't help but accept a certain fact. This girl would never reach the sea. She would not grow up before she disappeared. That sad dream had been replayed countless times. Yet, I was powerless to do anything. I pulled out the drawer under the telephone. MISUZU's contact notebook was on the top of the address book. I thought for a bit, then flipped open the notebook. I found the classmate with her class number right after Kamio MISUZU'S. Maybe this will do it. I turned the dial. Please pick up. I waited and prayed for someone to pick up. Yes, this is the Kawaguchi. It was a girl about MISUZU's age. Kawaguchi Shigemi? I read out the name hesitantly on the notebook. Yes, that's me. I'm calling from Kamio MISUZU's house. You're MISUZU's classmate, right? Her reply was laden with suspicion. This was expected. She did not even know who was on the other line. However, now wasn't the time to worry about this. Can you come over to MISUZU Kamio's place to visit her right now? I'm sorry, but I'm just about to go on a holiday with my family. Goodbye. Wait! I cried out. MISUZU's not feeling well. I can't handle her by myself. I need somebody's help. Eh? Is Kamio-san crying again? This time she sounded worried. You know about that? When the classes were reshuffled, I wanted to befriend her because she sat close to me, but Kamio-san started crying. She wouldn't tell me why. After that, it became hard for me to approach her. That's not MISUZU's fault. Can you please come anyway? But I beg you, it has to be now. Sorry for asking, but who are you to MISUZU-san? Me? I'm... Someone hit me on the shoulder. I turned around and saw that it was MISUZU in her pajamas. Give me the receiver, she said calmly. I handed her the receiver. This is Kamio. Yeah, that's right. I see. It's okay, you don't have to come over. I'm already alright. I'll be waiting for your present. Goodbye. She She returned the receiver back in its original place. Only silence remained. What are you doing? I yelled at Misuzu. Why do you choose to isolate yourself? Kawaguchi-san is a nice person. You shouldn't bother her when she's busy. She said she wanted to be friends with you. She was worried about you. Yep, I know that. Misuzu sounded the same as always. Kawaguchi-san is really nice. Everyone's nice. You're nice too. So I can't bother all of you. Her smile was heart-wrenching. I grabbed Misuzu's shoulders. Stop lying. You want friends, don't you? You hate being alone, don't you? You have lots of things you want to do, right? You want to play your heart out with somebody else, right? Misuzu did not try to answer, but I understood. If a friend becomes close to her, she'll experience pain. That's why she's always alone. Once the illness begins, it'll worsen quickly. Summer had only just begun. She was so strong and kind, so... She did not want to rely on anyone. She did not want to cause trouble for anyone. She played alone, she laughed alone, she dreamed alone. And then she would vanish like a mirage in the summer. That was the girl in the sky I had been searching for. I gritted my teeth. I let go of Misuzu's shoulders. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do a single thing for her. In spite of that, Misuzu told me, I'd rather be with you. You're my friend. As long as you're with me, I don't need anyone else. Am I a bother to you? She tilted her head. Misuzu's eyes were a clear lake that reflected my ghastly image. She was so close to me. I could even hear her breathing, but I simply looked up at the ceiling. Misuzu was trapped in the sky even now. She was still suffering. Why did things turn out this way? The sun was setting. I was in Misuzu's room. It was filled with the dinosaur dolls that Misuzu loved. There were also Misuzu's table and bed. Everything had taken on an orange color. Misuzu was sitting on her bed. There was no one else but Misuzu and me. We did nothing. We did not eat. We did not talk. We just sat there staring at each other. We reached a dead end. I was deep in a maze I had unknowingly wandered into in the seaside town. Night was coming soon. Across the large body of air was the sun shining upon the sea. However, none of those meant anything now. Here, a different summer existed. This was the only place in the world where Misuzu could live. The cries of the cicadas mingled with the low hum of the air conditioning. The colorless darkness of the night slowly filled all four corners of the room. Night came. Fireworks boomed in the distance. That must be the fireworks carnival in the next town, Misuzu said in the darkness. Have you gone to see it before? Nope. She shook her head. I could see a bit from here if I just go to the front of the house. I've always watched it alone. The booms caused rippling tremors in the air. A great number of people should be watching the sky now. I could picture them with their eyes chasing after the vanishing lights as they laughed blissfully. Do you want to go see it? Nope. I know it's beautiful just by listening to it. I see. In this room with curtains closed, I could vaguely see Misuzu's features in the darkness. Her smile should be in the center of all that. Oh gosh! I tried to imagine that single ray of light. You are the only one who can save her. If so, there should be something I can do. I have to remember. Even if it's something that seems insignificant, I mulled over it. When the fireworks ended, Misuzu's pain began. Misuzu doubled over on top of the bed. The sound of rain came unexpectedly. However, that was tears falling onto her lap. When I backed away from her, Misuzu said, I'm alright! Please don't go! She tried to say something again but swallowed her words. Why does everyone leave me behind? Her voice oozed out from her constricted throat. She could suppress her feelings no longer. Misuzu started sobbing before she could finish taking a breath. If this continued, she would definitely break down. If I were truly the one connected to Misuzu, then I mustn't stay by her side. I had to leave Misuzu now. But this is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. Oh gosh, I'm still crying. Anyways, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!